Good evening and welcome to Mascot Madness Bracketology. I'm your host, Matt Reno, alongside Head of Analytics, Kyle Knoll, who is clearly already bored.
I'm into this. I'm in it. All in.
We just started. And he's already yawning. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness, that's terrible. You're in for a great show tonight. It's going to be electric. It's going to be exciting. There's going to be...
Not because our lights are shorting out in the background.
No, not because of that. But because Kyle's clearly bringing high energy levels as he normally does. It's like, whoa,
Yeah.
calm down, Kyle.
You know me. I'm just effusive and bubbly and
Just a bundle of energy.
Yep.
It's tough calming him down for these shows. And oh man, so we're in for an exciting thrill ride, I might even say.
good.
Or not. Anyways, we're going to recap what happened. We are down to the Elite Eight. This is so exciting.
These are pretty elite.
Very elite. And the 8 of them. So we're excited about this coming to a close because then we'll get to stop doing this, maybe.
Yeah. If you're excited this coming to close, you just can stop watching anytime.
Yeah, and we might have some new viewers with us. I've been really promoting this with a few people, and they didn't even know this was going on, believe it or not.
How?
I don't know. This is worldwide. I mean, this has been trending on all the, my household, at least, has been trending. It was just last Sunday night that we were watching. It was like the first few minutes of it being live, and I was like, whoa, we're up to 5 people.
Live.
Yeah, actually viewing it live.
Your computer, my computer.
Well, no, here was. I was like looking around the room, like we had it up on our TV. I had it on my computer so I could chat with you all. Thanks for chatting with me. And then Marcy had it up on her phone so that she could see the chats going on. So just 3 out of the 5 was our house. and then I saw it was Wyman and Nancy. They have separate accounts
Right, so
that
both
they were
were watching,
chatting
yeah.
along. So really, there were just 2 houses watching, but we had 5 live
live
viewers
views.
at the start. I was like,
Well, we must have joined late because we were watching.
yeah, it was like just at the very beginning. I was like, hey, we're at the 5. I'm like, oh wait, we're 3. There's Wyman and Nancy, 2 more. So it was kind of sad.
So it's really good we're doing this.
Really good.
Yeah.
But I think we're gonna get some more viewers this week watching. I'm really, really hoping for that. Otherwise, I have to rethink my life.
Maybe.
We'll see. That might be a good thing anyways. All right. Last week, we're going to start at the top left. Do we need to give them time again to go find their brackets so they can follow along with us?
Again, no.
That's true. Out of those 5 people watching, those 2 houses,
Yeah.
we already had our brackets ready
yeah.
to go. And of course, super fans, they're already ready to go, so we don't need
Yeah.
to give them in time. You have your brackets. Let's just start walking through it. Top left, here we go. Trojans and Knights. That was an upset. It was 29-26. What do you think of that battle?
Yeah, I guess I don't know that I would necessarily have called it an upset. I know the rankings, 1 seed over a 5 seed, or
But
5
it
seed over a 1
was,
seed.
because a 5 seed over a 1 seed, so it was clearly an upset. So I don't know why you wouldn't call it an upset.
Because you ever see when they talk about those battles and they still pick the game predictions, and sometimes the prediction is the lower seed has the better chance of winning over the top seed. That's what I
might have seen
or
that before.
Yeah, they've seen it. So like even with the whole seeding system, when it actually gets down to how they performed when they're going face to face, the seedings don't necessarily dictate the advantages or not. So I saw them coming into that pretty even. I guess I said the Trojans had a slight advantage, so I'm a little surprised. I just wouldn't say blockbuster upset necessarily.
Right, sure. Okay.
Yeah.
I get that, but it still was an upset. We still thought the Trojans, Valiant Warriors.
Yeah. The generic Knights came out on top.
Generic Knights.
Yeah.
Monty Python, they came through. Maybe what happened, I think, was as they were going like this, it made them look one way because the Trojans thought that there was a whole stampede.
Or they just thought, what are they doing?
All of them are over there. Then they came behind them and stabbed them in the back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, why are they with those coconuts doing that?
Well, they're talking about the swallows, the flights of swallows.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the conversations that we have on this show. Like, well, African or European swallows.
Yes. Uh-huh.
And we get in a big debate over
Important questions.
important questions about life.
Yeah.
Okay, Bears, Panthers. Bears won just by 2 votes.
Yeah, and that's an understandable outcome. I think it was the right outcome. But
Yeah.
understandable that the Panthers had a good showing, being the Mount Pleasant Panthers, even again being generic. But
Danville Bears.
Danville Bears, that's
As
true.
we know, Wyman and Anstey are Danville Bears.
Bears. My kids are Bears.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So they might have gone that route. We
Maybe,
might have
maybe.
more Danville people watching than Mount Pleasant.
maybe so.
Would that shock you?
Watching or voting, they might be
Yes.
mutually exclusive.
So you're telling me that not everybody who votes has been watching our show?
I don't know that I'm saying that. The numbers might say that.
That's true. Yeah. Going
But-
back to the analytics.
Yeah.
You can check on YouTube how many people actually viewed and how many people are voting, and they don't match.
Not the same.
Not the same.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yes, it is. Okay.
All right, Lions and Titans. I was really saddened by this, Lions, but you wanted to see the Lions-Dragons matchup. That's what you're getting.
Yeah.
Lions-Titans, that was a close one.
Yes, Lions. Also, great shirt from the band Grey Havens. Shout out to them.
Shout out,
Grey
Grey
Havens.
Havens. This segment's sponsored
Probably
by...
not at all a viewer, but that's okay. Lions. Yes, I was excited to see them just in their element, demonstrating their just natural abilities, their ferocity, their claws and their paws, and yeah,
Paws and their paws as they gnaws. And
yeah, yeah.
Jaws
It was
with the
just a good showing for them. And they did what I thought they'd do. Yeah.
yeah, I think it's clearly that's why they're a 1 seed. That's why the committee put them at the top in their section on the bracket. Even though the Titans are very formidable, they just
Yeah.
I think the Titans got overwhelmed by the mystique and the prestige of a lion because they're a majestic beast.
They are. They are.
You look at them, you're like, wow.
Yeah.
And that's what the Titans did. Even though they had the power, even though they had the lightning bolts and ready to go,
Yeah.
I think they were just like, man,
Yeah.
these guys are good. The lights are flickering.
Yes. Yeah, I
We have
agree.
a lion gnawing on the courts. Here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing them being able to match up. Well, I guess we'll cover that later, the future matches, but the Lions coming out to face the Dragons.
Right,
That'll be
right.
exciting. Yeah.
Yeah, so now we're going to go to our segment because we're going to draw that matchup. Our new segment, we're going to have Pastor Kyle here draw the matchup between the Dragons and the Rams. In case you didn't see it on TV, he's going to draw the recap of that. So, Dragons and the Rams.
Yes.
We're going to draw that segment here. You're
Yes.
excited. Let's first, do you need to go to the correspondent, our Dragon correspondent, Titus?
Check
For any
in
of his
while
view-
I'm doing this.
Okay,
Yes.
he's gonna be drawing. Let's check in with Titus. Titus, are you there? Did you watch the Dragons Rams matchup? Not getting a lot back from Titus there. How you doing over there on the? Do you need to describe what you're actually drawing for the viewers?
So what really was the main breakdown of this whole thing, the main thing that the Dragons demonstrated and the way that they ultimately won was with their aerial power.
Wow.
The Rams did not stand a chance here.
Did you practice this one at home?
No. That's maybe the best
That's-
dragon I've ever
That's impressive.
done. My kids ask me to draw them a lot, and I've done a lot of bad ones.
Yeah.
But
Thanks for bringing your A game today.
Yes, yes.
appreciate
The
it.
air superiority of the Dragons really came into play with this one. And of course, I mean, there's all different sizes and capabilities of dragons, but they showed up with a lot of force, a lot of ability to fly, and just carry the competition away.
Yeah, that was pretty easy.
Yeah.
Titus, is that what you saw as you were watching the matchup live at the game? He got to go to the game. Yeah. Okay, again, not much help from Titus. But I think he's a fan of the Dragons. I think he was excited about them winning. Just loves being a part of the exciting matchups that the Dragons have been a part of. He's just been following their story throughout.
let's get it. They've kind of come out of obscurity. I mean, they're only ranked 3. The seeded 3 in this bracket, and that's just because, and they come from a smaller conference, the mythological creatures, mythological animals.
Yeah, the only other ones were the Blue Devils, Gargoyles, and Titans to come out of that conference.
Yeah.
I mean, again, going against the major conferences, the humans and the animals, they don't get much respect in their
Mythologicality.
Mythologicality.
Yeah.
Conference.
Yeah. So it's been interesting to see what they've done all year against maybe smaller opponents. They've continued to do in this tournament very well. Dominating.
Yeah. It's one of those classic stories that they've been the powerhouse all along, but they don't have any eyes on them because they're in the smaller conference. Not many people are watching, other than Titus, who's been their correspondent throughout the entire year. He knew the power of the Dragons, and it's almost like the nation is just finding this out. The committee, they gave him a little bit of respect, put him at 3, but not much. I mean, they expect him to go a long ways, but we haven't seen the blowouts like this with any of these other 1 seeds. Lions barely escaped the Lumberjacks, barely come out against the Titans. The Trojans are now gone, but they squeaked by the Wolverines. Gators, we're going to get to them in a second. They lost to the Vikings, number 1 seed. Number 1 seed, Eagles, gone in the second round.
One might question the committee.
No.
I don't know.
You wouldn't never question the committee. How dare you question the committee. Reduce your title for that. You are now the Bob Ross. After this, you're the Bob Ross of analytics.
Bob Ross of analytics. Right?
Yeah, makes sense in my head. But yeah, I think those Lions or Dragons, I think they got a lot more left in the tank.
Yep.
Blowouts. They're able to wrestle out their starters because they're blowing them out early.
You know what else is in the tank?
What?
With Dragons? Fire.
That's a very poor attempt.
I wasn't trying to make a joke.
Oh, you weren't?
No.
It looked like you were trying to make a joke. Like it's in their tank to be able to
Just like
spit fire. But
they have
okay, good.
Potent capability.
If you were trying to make a joke, I would have
that was bad.
Mocked you and ridiculed you ruthlessly. But since you didn't,
right?
You weren't.
No mocking or ridiculing.
None. I'll just move on. Good. Everything will be fine. But we're still in our segment. Polar bears versus sharks is the other one. Draw that matchup. So I really hate to draw and take yours out. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just do this.
Okay.
Draw the other matchup over here.
Flying into a wall.
Right. So polar bears, sharks. This one, obviously, this was happening in the Arctic. Blizzard, snowstorm. So let me draw that real quick. How you even do it without looking? Yeah. All right, so here we go. Here is the blizzard, snowstorm, polar bear clearly over here going after the shark. The shark is attacking, and then when the shark attacked, the shark couldn't even see the polar bear, being totally white, but you can see hints.
The polar bear see the shark?
Yeah, you can see hints. There's like little streaks, like little, you can barely like right there, like the shark. And then like jaws. Just like that. Like that. They were barely coming out. And the polar bear, believe it or not, was like huge.
It's like a coelacanth.
A what?
A coelacanth. Never mind. Go on.
Stop making up words. Okay, and then the blood. Again, sorry. If you have kids watching, you might want to turn them away for this. Blood just coming out everywhere, all over, as being eaten and all over the place. That's what happened.
Okay.
That's what happened. You saw it.
We saw it? We just saw the blood. We didn't see because of the snowstorm.
Well, that's true, because the snowstorm, we didn't really see it.
We saw not seeing it?
Yes.
Okay.
It makes sense. Thanks for joining us on Draw That Matchup. We're going to move on to some of the other matchups that happened. Gators, Vikings, blowout of the Vikings. We saw that coming. We love the Vikings. We think they're going to go far.
Yeah, I mean, as a people group, there's not a whole lot to actually commend them, other than just except in this scenario of just brutality.
That's right. What was What was your phrase you had?
Vast reserves of brutality or something.
Reserves of brutality.
Yeah, deep reserves of yeah.
It was something. It was better. Watch last week's episode.
Yeah.
You'll find out. Yeah.
Weird to quote myself.
Yeah, go yourself. You know, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Wayne Gretzky, Michael Scott. Matt Reno just said that.
Matt Reno just said
so. Quote me on it. All right. Then we go down to Gorillas Huskies. That was a close matchup. I was surprised. The cuteness of the Huskies, I think, is what really came close to beating the Gorillas.
Yeah. So if people are voting cuteness, okay, you've given them permission. Make your picks on your own decision. But these are still understand, these are mashups of things going at each other. It's not a popularity contest. It's not it's not a pet show or anything like that. These are matchups.
Yeah, Nancy. Not about the cuteness of penguins, Nancy. Come on, Sarah.
Yeah, I don't know who voted, but you do.
Oh, I know.
Yes.
I take notes and I keep it all up here.
So the gorillas came out, larger animals, very, very strong.
Yeah.
But we'll see how they go on, because next round they'll be facing up against
the Tigers,
who came out again on top.
Surprise, surprise.
Surprise, surprise.
Tigers, Spartans. That was a clear victory. It was a blowout. We knew that was going to happen. The Spartans, they were decimated. I mean, they had so many people on the injured reserve after what happened to them from the Longhorns.
Yeah.
But
call it what you will, but still, the Tigers are coming out. They're surviving. They're winning, and they're going to keep winning because they're.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so.
You think they're going to still keep winning?
I think so. They should. They should. They are the best animal
looking at
in the
the
world.
voters like,
yes, they should win.
Vote.
Yes.
I don't know. We'll get to that
later,
but yeah, that was clear. Tigers won that one. All right, now we're going to start looking forward to the matchups coming up this week. We're going to do one vote a day, one matchup a day for 4 days to figure out our final four, which is really exciting. We're getting down to it. Knights versus Bears. Now, the Bears barely won.
Do I get to ridicule you for that?
Please do.
Yeah.
That was bad.
Yeah, that was bad.
That's all the ridicule you have?
Yeah, for now.
Okay.
Just watch it. It'll come later.
All right. Tune in later
for
Pastor Kyle Ridicules.
After his bear joke.
It'd be worth it. Because I had that planned for earlier when we were recapping, but I forgot.
Barely, yeah.
Yeah, and then, so I was like, I gotta do it. I was that committed. No way. Knights versus Bears. Who do you have in this matchup?
I think I'm going to go with the Bears. I think they have just the more size. They've got more strength than the Knights. I think at this point the Knights might just be tired of fighting in armor. The armor might become a liability for them as opposed to a strength. Yeah.
Yeah, they've fought a variety. I mean, if you look back, beating the Rockets, technology they knew nothing about.
Yeah.
They beat the Bison, a big beast, beating another human that was known for their war. Just go along with it. And now they're going against Bears. So it's like they've seen it all.
Yeah.
The experience might carry them through.
It might. I just I'm not certain about their endurance at this point.
Right.
Yeah.
But we do have the Bears beating the Sooners and Colonial, so they've already beaten two sets of humans.
Yeah.
They might be like, what's another human? They know
a strong hometown
strategy.
Favorite. Yeah.
What's that?
And then a strong hometown favorite. Yes.
Right. Yeah. So, yeah, it's possible. I really don't know the matchup. I think it's going to be pretty close. But Bears, I think I have Bears going to the next round. But by a slim margin. Lions versus Dragons.
Yeah.
Whew, you wanted to see this one. I'd rather have the Titans, but you get your wish, just like always. You get everything you want out of life. Everything goes your way. So you always get to do what you want to do.
Except, as you very poignantly have pointed out, I didn't get the tree victory that I wanted.
Well, that was just ridiculous. I mean, I don't think you even wanted that.
I'm just saying, I did.
Nah.
I did. All right. Lions, Dragons, yes. I'd love to see this matchup. I'd love to... have imagined before how a lion would fight a dragon. Now,
You've imagined this before.
yeah,
Let's-
I mean, maybe
let's go
only
back to
in the context
the childhood of Kyle
this,
Knoll.
like the last time we talked about it.
Oh, so only in this context?
Maybe I don't remember anything.
Okay.
I
When I
could
was
have,
7,
yeah.
I remember thinking, dragons versus lions in a mascot matchup. Who would win?
Yeah. Well, my kids have drawn what a lion dragon would look like.
A lion
Of
dragon?
A lion dragon.
Do
Actually,
you think we can get that
yeah.
image and post it right here?
maybe, yes. I actually made a 3D model of one. Yes, a lion dragon.
Whoa.
And a tiger dragon. That could be.
Can we also get that image?
Yes.
And put it right here?
I'll have to go home and did it. Yeah. Okay. The
Cool.
dragons that will have an advantage.
So in the rare instance that the dragon absorbs the lion, which
become
could
a-
happen. It's happened
A
before.
lion dragon.
But it's
moving on into this round. Yeah.
that's right. If
Yeah.
a ligon
A lion.
moving on
Uh-huh.
or a dryan.
Now there's a college in Japan whose mascot is the Thundering Legion Lions. Now that sounds even better and more majestic and things.
Yeah.
I don't know if they could, if that's the team that would show up against the Dragons, if they would
Probably
be able
not.
to. Probably not.
'Cause they're in Japan.
Yeah.
I thought you had a continent biased. I thought you were continentist.
And which one do you think I'm biased?
The America.
Or
You
against?
drew America first, and
Okay.
that's
Uh,
wow. We're learning new things.
I'm trying to rectify that here.
Oh wow!
Yes.
Correcting your previous
Yeah,
mistakes.
yeah.
What a guy! If you
Even
wanna know
that,
what,
no
turning from
standing.
sins looks like. That's it.
Even if they did, the Thundering Legion Lions showed up. I don't know if they could top it.
Right.
Top the best that the Dragons could bring to the table.
Right.
I don't think they could.
Do you think there are any theological implications that people are going to be voting with? Lions, Aslan,
Aslan the Lion.
going against dragon,
The lion of the tribe of Judah.
serpent, Satan. What do you think?
It depends on your interpretation. Really, it depends on if our voters are
Using the
coming to
NLT, let's say that.
this-
If you're
NLT.
using the NLT,
Not
what do you
that
think?
interpretation.
No?
No.
Okay.
How
what about
the,
the message?
voters are approaching this? Are they
You
coming
use
to
the message.
these?
Then maybe you might see some theological.
Those are
implications.
translations. Those aren't interpretations.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. Thank you.
Yeah. If they're at all approaching these matchups with an allegorical lens or not.
Yeah.
I don't know if many people are. I didn't anticipate this type of matchup and didn't think
Right.
about the allegorical implications of it.
No.
But, it may change how I vote. I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. We see the change here happening,
Yeah,
possibly.
Maybe.
Yeah, because we had the Blue Devils versus Friars.
Mm-hmm.
Saw some people voted for the Devil. Satan Cone on top.
The
That's
Devil.
that's what they're voting for. And then the Rams over Blue Devil. People were like, Jesus over the Devil.
Mm-hmm.
And now we have a dragon, another serpenty satanic
Yeah.
reference here, maybe,
Yeah.
against the lion.
Interesting. We'll see what you guys come up with.
Is this biblical or not?
What does this vote tell
I'll give you a
about
hint.
you?
And your theological beliefs.
Yeah. Maybe.
I pray it tells us nothing about it, because it should.
It's just a mascot.
Yes, okay. Vikings, Polar Bears. Now, Polar Bears, they got 34 votes. Vikings got 37 votes. That's pretty close.
They're big. Yeah.
Who do you think's going to come on top in this one?
You know, what's really interesting is this is a matchup that actually would have regularly occurred in
didn't think about that.
normal life hundreds of years ago. Yeah, as the Vikings spread around and went north up to Svalbard and all the other islands
So,
and everything.
who do we have more of today? Vikings or Polar Bears?
Polar bears. Yeah.
So, does that mean they won
Maybe.
the battle
Maybe they did.
of life?
Climate change notwithstanding,
Mm-hmm.
the polar bears are not endangered, but actual
But they
Vikings,
endanger us.
They're dangerous, but they're not endangered.
Hostile planet. Watch it. You'll see how dangerous they are. Or just reference this picture.
Look at that massacre.
Like,
yeah.
that's all you need to know. Is that right
Yeah.
there.
All right. I could see this one. They're both showing really strong. I could see this going either way. I'd originally picked the Vikings, but I'd be happy to see the polar bears keep going too.
Yeah, these are powerhouses individually, but They both had an easy road. The Vikings, look who they beat. Roadrunners, little birds. Kangaroos, simple. Gators, they're just
Overranked.
very overranked. Yeah. And then we have polar bears. They beat wolves. Okay, that was tough.
That was a tough first game. Yeah.
First round. But then hawks, a bird, going against the sharks.
Yeah.
I mean, they just, as soon as they jumped on the iceberg, they're like flapping around and didn't really do much.
I don't know that it was easy for it. It depends. I think they would have had the harder road, the polar bears. But have they?
Harder, but still
have they
easy.
Have they been tested and proven by that, or have they just been exhausted by that? I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know who's going to come out on top on this one. I'll be honest with you, folks.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid to admit I don't know.
Good.
It's a good 3 words to be able to say. It's, I don't know. Mm-hmm. More powerful than the 3 words I love you. Some might say. Not my wife.
Not your wife.
She wouldn't say that.
And many other people.
She'd probably like, I think I'd rather hear I love you. Yeah.
I agree. I don't really care to comment on that to provide analysis of this.
Okay. I'm not going to get anything from our head of analytics over here on that one.
Yeah.
But just, hey, viewers out there, I love you. Wait, no, even more so, I don't know. Yeah, tug the heartstring there, I believe. Moving on. Huskies, gorillas.
We're looking at gorillas, tigers.
Right, thank you.
Yeah.
So moving on. Gorillas, tigers.
Yeah.
Who do you have in this matchup? Who do you think is going to come out on top? I'm curious to find out.
Yes.
For it. Wait for it. Is that an omen? The Tigers are going down just like your tiger tie?
I don't think so.
I think that showed what was truly in his heart, but he's not able to admit it verbally.
Off-brand Lego.
That's what he really thinks.
No, I'm voting for the Tigers. They have they have an advantage. They should have an advantage. They're a beautiful creature. They're ferocious. They're
Beautifulness, is that's not going to come into a factor
at all. No one's
gorillas
ever
are gonna be
voted
like,
for. Yeah,
like, ooh, so beautiful.
Huskies.
Well, tigers aren't known as just like beautiful creatures.
What do you mean?
I mean what I said. Do I need to rephrase? Did I stutter?
You need to be re-educated.
But you're going to vote for one or the other. Because, like, when you're voting penguins, you're not like, cuteness, but also they're pretty fierce. You don't do that.
Well, I'm saying they have everything. They have the beauty.
Have it all.
They have the ferocity. They have the public image. They've got,
The PR person is going out there and saying, hey, these are
tigers. They've got the sympathy because they're in danger, but they also have the fear factor because they've been a problem with human-animal conflict for centuries, thousands of years. There's people live in fear of tigers. Yeah. Mm-hmm. If gorillas lived close, just so you know, gorillas live in Africa. Tigers don't live in Africa, so they don't actually interact. But if they did, gorillas would fear tigers.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's my analysis.
Okay, I don't know.
I don't know. We'll see. I wonder if we're going to get to a point when all of this is just too much.
Yeah.
And then people are like, we need to take down these tigers. Because
that may be.
Or it's going to be the exact
People are just
opposite.
voting against me.
They might. Or they might just be voting for you to say, what's he going to bring
What's he
going
to
to
do next?
I mean.
Is this all he has?
This, ladies and gentlemen, was just lying around the house.
All of this is just stuff I already have. I or my kids. But all of this is mine. So I guess.
I think they probably just want to see more. It's not even about the lions being better animals. It's like, you just want to see what.
And if that helps you vote for the right team, then so be it.
Oh, goodness. Okay. So I don't know. I want the gorillas to win just because I want to see what you look like in mourning.
In mourning, yeah.
Of your tigers. That's just me.
It's cruel.
I know. I have a dark streak a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, so shout out to Sarah Campbell, one of our super fans, not only our super fan, but also my staff assistant who has been putting together these mascot images and helping a lot with that.
You know what else she's a super fan of?
What?
She's a super fan of this team that's been actually doing really well. Not in this bracket. They didn't show up yet this year in this bracket, but like kind of in the NIT type
Not
of
in tournament.
Not in tournaments. There's a team that's been doing really strong there, and she's a super fan.
That's right.
They are the Black Squirrels.
That's
Sarah
right.
is quite a fan of squirrels,
Huge
and
fan.
because of her fandom, I started paying attention to them, and I've just been keeping track of several other teams that maybe need to be on your radar for next year. Some other strong teams.
Who are some of those teams?
Yeah, I'll
Please tell
share
me.
a few of those with you right now, but that might be something that we need to cover in a completely different show. Just
Maybe.
teams that didn't make it but still deserve to be paid attention to.
Hmm.
The Black Squirrels are one of those. There's also the Fire Ants.
The fire ants.
The Fire Ants, yeah.
Okay,
They're
and a lot of these are new to me.
Yeah.
He actually prepped for this.
I did once.
Believe it or not.
Yes.
First time ever. Very excited.
Yeah.
So I haven't heard fire ants.
Fire Ants. There's this team that's really just I just barely heard about them. That's just called the Mean Green.
The mean green.
The
Now
mean
going up
green.
against the reds and the browns and the blues.
This is the Mean Green.
I might take them.
Yep.
Sound formidable.
Now there's one team that I would say should have probably deserved to get in, and I'm wondering why they didn't, especially with all the theological things that we've had. There's a team that's doing really well in this tournament called the Angels, and I wonder why
Angels.
they didn't get a nod to go up against the Blue Devils. I wonder.
Man.
Maybe we should inquire with the committee about that.
Yeah, we should probably talk to the
Yeah.
committee about that because
Yeah.
a clear shutout.
Clear oversight.
What do they call that? When they
Snub.
snub.
Mm-hmm.
Snubbed.
Snub.
Angels, you got snubbed.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, there's one more I'll just mention. It's a really interesting team called the Sea Beggars, and that harkens back to a certain type of a naval unit back in the 1600s, I believe, and they're just kind of this wild band of ferocious people. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That sounds
They're,
exciting.
they're making some waves over there.
We might need to do a new segment with
Yeah.
all the people who didn't get in.
Yeah.
Go through the humans, go through the animals, the random stuff.
Random stuff.
There's all sorts of ones that, as the committee was putting these together, they said, like, where do we even fit them
Yeah.
into this category?
Yep. And as I've been doing some research, there are also ones that just clearly deserve to never make it.
Sure.
Yeah. Like there's this.
Like the slugs, they
There's the
should
Slugs.
never have made it.
Yeah, I wonder why they made it. I
Aye.
don't know. There's a team called the Cotton Blossoms. There's another one, and I've got a whole list that could be a whole nother show devoted just to this.
Wow.
The Llamas. I don't think that we would ever see them.
Now hold on a second. I gotta stand up for the llamas here.
Yeah.
If I stand up, I'm gonna still sit down. The llamas, they can spit in your face.
They can spit.
Yeah. Have you ever been spit on by llama? Have you watched any America's Funniest videos
Yep.
where they're like feeding the llamas?
Yeah.
And then they spit. What do you do when they spit on the face of that person in the vehicle?
You wipe
You
it off.
cower. No, as you're watching, you're like, oh.
You cower in fear because
Cower
of
in
llama
fear
spit.
because of the llamas. Yeah,
This
they
might tell
lure you in with their
more about you
cuteness,
than the llamas.
and everybody else facing a llama
Now, I understand the disgust, but I don't know about cowering in fear.
because of disgust.
Disgust.
Germs. Ever heard of COVID-19?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, there's
People
that.
fearing
Do you know if
germs.
llamas can test positive for COVID?
Yes.
Yeah, we should check that out. Yeah.
Nope. Don't even need to do the research.
Okay.
It's confirmed.
A few others that might maybe just to think about. Why would these at all be mascots? Should they ever be in a tournament like this? Something like the moccasins, trolls, which
The
is actually
footwear.
from a Christian college.
Oh, do not get me started on trolls.
Yeah, there's a whole.
Don't let your kids watch it. They will learn one phrase of one of the songs
Yeah, our kids
and
don't
sing
watch
it repeatedly, and it will frustrate you.
Will test your patience and provide you opportunities to display grace.
That's what it'll do.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you
Yes.
for that. Man, I need to change.
All right.
Growth and change. All right, so we do have some notes. We'll just do this last one. We'll close it up. Wyman, of course, sent in some more matchups that we don't know what to do with. Boilermakers versus Cornhuskers. Basically professions. They have Steelers.
Yeah. I've
There
actually
was
got a
another
whole
one I
list
can't remember.
This is a whole list of mascots that are based just on professions, and professions that really don't engender much fear or things like that.
Right, but you think you have to be stronger to be a steel worker
Yeah.
than a Cornhusker, just
That's true.
generally, you
Yeah.
would think.
Right. So them face to face, we could decide that, but facing other things like Titans or Dragons.
Right.
Yeah.
No,
So just on those on the
Yeah.
merits, the Boilermakers and the Cornhuskers. Yeah, I think Boilermakers. They're working with metal forges, things like that, hot places. I just think they're going to have a lot of strength and resilience.
And they'll have tools with them
And
that they'll be able
tools.
to use as weapons. I'm
Yeah,
sure.
iron
Where a
workers.
Cornhusker,
Yeah.
unless they have like their tractors they could use, or
Yeah,
I mean, they're husking the corn, so they wouldn't really be
they wouldn't be having.
like harvesting it.
No, the husking is not. As far as I understand,
Right.
it has nothing to do with any farm implements. It's
Right.
hand
Hand done.
work. Yeah.
Right. So, and they might have some of those tools available to them, but they probably wouldn't
Yeah.
bring them with them.
I
in the
just
battle.
don't see much to commend the Cornhuskers in this matchup. you know.
Right. I wonder if Wyman's gonna be upset by that.
I don't know.
He's a big
Nebraska fan. Yeah.
Cornhusker. So
You asked.
sorry, super fan. If you get mad at us, we might reduce your level to just a fan. So be careful what you comment, Wyman. And who's also, in case you didn't know, married to super quad-duper fan Nancy Martin. She just keeps moving up the ranks.
Yes, okay.
I don't know
Quad-duper.
why.
What's
but
the next level after quad duper?
You'll just have to tune in later to find out. Who knows?
Yeah. All right.
All right, there's our matchups. Tell us what you think. Share this with a friend. Like, subscribe, all these places. We're glad you've joined us. Have another wonderful week of madness. Don't forget to vote. See you next week.